Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to review for you this I Ching kit that I got at the Half Price bookstore. Now, the I Ching is the Book of Changes, a guide to life's turning points, and it is also a divination method that uses coins and sometimes cards. And these things over here, I'm just going to show you briefly because we're not going to work on these today. There is a kit here that uses actual, supposed to be ancient Chinese coins. I don't know if they're really ancient Chinese coins. You can really use any kind of coin. And this is a kit that we could go over another day. Let me know if you're interested in that. There is this kit, The Lost Art of I Ching, which is a card deck that is different. And then there's also, I had gotten my, these are my coins. My I Ching coins are in here. I had gotten some at a Chinese store at a flea market. Now this is like Chinese old coins. Whether these are legit or not, I don't know. But they're kind of interesting. I've looked them up on Amazon. You can also order them there. So this is something else we can look at these other things another time, but I don't want to confuse you because these methods all work differently. So let's just do one today, and that way nobody's going to get confused. And if you like this, you might want to order this particular kit. So I found this at the Half Price bookstore for $9.99. The list price is $19.99, and I'm going to take this off since I told you that. I don't need it anymore. It's by Klaus Holitzka and Marlies Holitzka. And it's for Oracle advice and self-help. And it comes in a two-part cardboard box. And this is what the sides look like. I Ching. Okay. And it's Library of Oracles is the like, I don't know if you'd say subdivision or the like category of it at Shelter Harbor Press. Okay, so again, regular price is $19.95 in the U.S. Not sure what date this is from, but I will look it up for you. The I Ching is one of the world's oldest books. It forms the ancient Chinese Book of Changes, which gives the user an insight into the forces, literally the changes, that are occurring at any particular moment in time. It is an oracle that consists of 64 hexagrams, each made up of 6 lines. And in this edition, the hexagrams are presented as cards instead of coins. And I think that might make this a little bit easier to do because it can get super confusing. If you wish to consult it, you merely focus on a question after choosing a hexagram by randomly selecting a card and then look up its meaning to gain insight into your personal dilemma. Okay, so then it says included as a guide and so on and so forth. All right, so let's open the box and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got, it's just plain cardboard on the inside. Here is the book. And here are the cards that come in this little velvety bag. It's not actual velvet, but it's like that fake velvet, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? It feels kind of like clingy. And it's sort of plastic inside. Okay. And these are the cards. So I'll show you the cards. And here's how this goes. Okay, so it's like, okay, so each card has an image on it, and then there's a number at the bottom in a little rectangle. It's 1, 2, and I don't know the meaning. So I'm going to go through these fast so you can just look at the images, and they're kind of cool. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll do a sample reading. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, the artwork's cool, 22, I think, 23, 24, 25, 26, and I suppose if you wanted to, you could read these intuitively if that was the thing you like to do. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, whoops, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, sorry, this one's 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and then there are 4 blank cards as well. Okay, so let's see how these shuffle. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we didn't even look at the back. Okay, so these are thin to medium weight cards. This is what the back looks like. See if you can see that pattern up close. All right, let's see how they shuffle. These are about as big as a typical tarot deck. And they do shuffle nicely since they're thin. The thin to medium weight cards to me shuffle easier, riffle shuffle anyway, because they're bendier and my fingers are shorter, so they help me out. All right, yeah, these actually shuffle very nicely. All right, so all right, so then let's see. Now, it said just to pull 1 card, but here's the thing. Yes, we can pull 1 card and read the meaning, but then if we do it by the lines, this is tricky. I'll show you that. I'll show you both methods. Just let's pull a card for a message. So concentrate on something you'd like to have a message about. Spirit, what message do you have for the viewer from these cards today? What message, what would you like the viewer to think about? Concentrate on, keep in mind. There it is. Okay. No, there's 2 actually. And we'll use these both for the reading. But since number 44 is on top, let's read that. And this is what the card looks like. And I'm going to show you the method with 2 cards using both of these. But that's what card 44 looks like. So let's see what it says. Okay. It says, the coming to meet / the temptation. An apparently harmless minor temptation, an insignificant detail, can pose a real danger for you. You need to get involved in it to gain experience. Although the temptation cannot be avoided, you decide with aplomb whether to let yourself be tempted or not. To be able to judge this seduction, you should carefully examine people, ideas, projects, and plans. Don't shy away from a public argument with a person whose thinking and action you regard as dangerous or false. Your words carry weight right now. Attractive but unsafe and ambiguous offers, quick money, and fame all represent temptations that lead to difficulties rather than advantages at the moment. Do not expect too much from people who you have not known for long. Behind their obligingness, questionable intentions may lurk. Have trust in your instincts and openly talk about your feelings, needs, and limits. This helps you see more clearly. Now, what we do is you look at the hexagram on both cards. Let me real quick show you. Okay, well, let's look at the guidebook first, and then we'll go to the second part. Okay, so again, this is Shelter Harbor Press. This is a, let me look at the 2011. No, 2011 was the original German edition. I don't see, I don't see a current, I don't see another date on this, so I'm wondering if that's it. Printed in China, so, okay. I guess we're going to just say 2011. So we have table of contents. And it talks about the book of changes, wisdom, teachings, and the oracles, personal advice, the I Ching and its place in the world, the I Ching as an oracle, Tao and water, yin and yang, the common denominator of tortoises, yarrow stalks, coins, cards, and the I Ching. So those are all different divination methods that are Chinese. What you should know before you ask the oracle. There's the 3 coins. Interpretation of hexagrams and lines. And then it's a brief introduction to using the I Ching. So we're going to look at this, and this is what we're going to do with the 2 cards. And then it shows how you compare the hexagram lines on the 2 cards. And then it has the 64 cards. Was I holding that out of the picture? I'm sorry. That's how you compare the lines. And then the 64 cards of the I Ching, and it tells what each one means. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to follow these instructions. I watch carefully because oh, how do you like that? Ooh. I guess watch carefully. That's emphasized by that bell. Okay, so concentrate on your question or your life situation and then shuffle the cards. Draw 1 card with the deck reverse side up. So we did that. There's our 1 card. And then turn the card and look at the image. The number in the red frame box tells you which hexagram it is. That's number 44 that we already looked at. Draw the 2nd card, which we did, and look at the image. All right, so the 2nd card indicates future development. That is, it shows in which direction the current situation will advance. When you draw an empty card, there will be no change in the current situation in the immediate future. In this case, read the text that says no change, especially carefully. The texts on the lines are of no importance in such a case. They need not be read. So, and what they mean by that is each card has a baseline, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, 5th line, 6th line. And what you do is you compare the 6 lines of the hexagrams, okay? So this is a hexagram number 1, this is hexagram number 2. All right, so look in the book, read the text below the image. We did that about the temptation. That was our first card. And when you have 2 cards with images, compare the 6 lines of the hexagrams. Start with the lowest of the lines, which is the bottom line. If it changes into its opposite on the 2nd card, read the text above the baseline. All right, so here we go. So you see it's a split line here and it's a solid line here. So we want to read that. Okay, 2nd line up, no change. 3rd line, no change. 4th line, no change. 5th line, no change. 6th line, again, it goes from a solid line to a split line. So we want to read the baseline and we want to read the 6th line on card number 44. Okay. It says when the line is the same on both hexagrams, it is of no importance at this moment. Compare the lines from below to above. So you start at the bottom and go up. Whenever you find a line from the first hexagram changed, read the corresponding information. All right, very cool. Read the main text for the 2nd card as an indication and guidepost to perceive what the future holds in store for you. The lines on the 2nd card are of no importance and as a rule will not be read. Okay, very cool. So this is what we do. We go back to number 44. This is once you do this a couple times, it's actually really cool. It seems a little confusing, but let me show you. Okay, so we're going to look here. So we look at the baseline because this is the bottom line. The baseline changes. Even if the problem appears to be tiny and insignificant, you must face it now. If you let things simply run their course, it will lead to great difficulties. Okay? 2nd line, no change. 3rd line, no change. 4th line, no change. 6th line. Inside, you dissociate yourself from the superficiality of your surroundings. Without intention, you appear harsh, even proud. Don't get confused by this. All right, very interesting. So, I'm going to read again this, meaning the 2 important things here, and then we'll read the meaning of the 2nd card. Okay, so coming to meet and the temptation. An apparently harmless minor temptation, an insignificant detail, can pose a real danger for you. You need to get involved in it to gain experience. Although the temptation cannot be avoided, you decide with aplomb whether to let yourself be tempted or not. To be able to judge the seduction, you should carefully examine people, ideas, projects, and plans. Don't shy away from a public argument with a person whose thinking and action you regard as dangerous or false. Your words carry weight right now. Attractive but unsafe and ambiguous offers, quick money and fame, all represent temptations that lead to difficulties rather than advantages at the moment. Do not expect too much from people who you have not known for long. Behind their obligingness, questionable intentions may lurk. Have trust in your instincts and openly talk about your feelings, needs, and limits. This helps you see more clearly. All right, and then the two lines that we're looking at here are this. Even if the problem appears to be tiny and insignificant, you must face it now. If you let things simply run their course, it will lead to great difficulties. And then the sixth line, which also changes this. Inside, you dissociate yourself from the superficiality of your surroundings. Without intention, you appear harsh, even proud. Don't get confused by this. Okay, and then the second card is number 43. Now we're going to read the meaning of that one. And only the meaning, not the lines. Okay, so 43. That is the breakthrough, the determination. Opposing forces lose strength, and you can already sense your breakthrough. Act upon what has so far hindered you in an open and non-violent way. There is no chance for a compromise just now. Indicate your intentions clearly and without ambiguity, and then proceed on your way, determined, friendly, and securely. If you announce unpleasant truths or need to bring about changes, your behavior should be peaceful but without compromise. In fact, indicate future opportunities instead of persisting in the past. Determination also means to courageously fight against fears and passions that undermine your principles. Confront bad habits in a determined way. This makes them weaker until they vanish forever. Take care not to project your own mistakes onto other people. You cannot fight injustice with selfish interest or lies. Be aware that your surroundings will reflect your own behavior back onto you. All right, so very interesting. Now that was the reading. So I'm interested to know what you think about this and whether you would like to see more of these readings, or if you would like to see the other I Ching sets that I have here. And if you're interested in seeing how those work, it's basically the same with the hexagrams. It's a little different with the coins, because when you flip the coins, like one, whether it's heads or tails, so to speak, heads or tails means one means a straight line and one means a broken line, and that's how you determine what your hexagrams are. But then you have to like throw them all 6 times, so that obviously the coin one takes a lot longer. But if you'd like to see how that's done, I'll be happy to do that for you. All right, friends, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so. It's completely free for you. It helps me out a whole lot. I want to thank you for being with me today, friends. I appreciate you so much more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.